Oh boy. How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Thursday night review, round 10. And we just seen the Eels play the Dolphins down there at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. The Dolphins getting their second ever win in Sydney. So congratulations to them. They finally won a game in Sydney. They don't have a great record down there. Gee whiz. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Outside of the last 10 minutes, because the last 10 minutes were exciting, this game was absolutely horrible to watch. This was not a great game of football, man. I can't believe they scheduled this game for a Thursday night. Like, seriously, who in the right mind think it's a great idea for one to have a team from Queensland, essentially Redcliffe, play in Sydney on a Thursday night and get a terrible turnout? And two, the Eels are shit. And three, these two sides playing each other on a Thursday night was never going to be any good. This was a terrible game, guys. Really was. Really was a bad game of football. I'm dreading how bad the Newcastle Gold Coast game is going to be tomorrow. I'm hoping that game ends up being like a 30-28, so we have something to talk about. I hope we don't see like a 14-12 because that'll be diabolical between those two sides. But well done to the Dolphins. They got the job done. Their second ever win in Sydney. They did win in Sydney last year for the first time. I believe it was round 15 when they beat the Sharks down there in Cronulla. And I believe that was a Thursday night as well. So the two Dolphins games that they have won were Thursday night games. So maybe that's a stat for you guys to keep in mind whenever they play in Sydney next. If it's a Thursday night, just keep an eye on that. But before we go any further, I want to say hello to the live chat. Hello to Bosky, Rishi, Jason Reeder, Josh Sami, Nicholas. What did Rishi say? Glad to be in Sydney tomorrow. I'll be attending the South and Broncos game. Very good. Very good. Hope you have a good time there. Hello to Will. Hello to Jeffrey. Hello to everyone that's watching. Hello to everyone that's here. Willy Wonka in the live chat. Bring me some chocolate, Willy Wonka. That would be nice. Couple of things I want to note as well first. But quickly, guys, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you all. Thanks to everyone that has tuned into the vlog. The vlog is doing quite well, so thank you to everyone that took the time out of their day to watch the vlog. Appreciate it. Couple of things I want to mention as well. I want to talk about the end of the game for a moment. Parramatta had so many chances to win this game. Like, holy shit, man. They had so many opportunities to win this game. You had the line break from Dylan Brown, which obviously passed it back to – it was Addo Carr's line break, then back to Dylan Brown. Then he was tackled and he dropped the ball. That was at the end. That was Hammer saving the day. There was another opportunity there where I think Jermaine Hopgood threw a pass to Dylan Walker, but it was behind him and he dropped it. Parramatta had several chances to win this game at the end, or at least get it to Golden Point, but failed to do so. And then, obviously, we know Jacob Preston got suspended the other day for a crusher tackle. Well, I hate to say it, and I hate to be negative about this, but if Jacob Preston's getting 4 weeks for carryover points and whatever, I am really concerned about how long Jermaine Hopgood is going to get, because his crusher tackle on Herbie Farnworth was probably worse than Jacob Preston's one on Tino. To be honest, I already watched it back, and the crusher tackle that Jermaine Hopgood did on Herbie Farmworth, it wasn't good. It wasn't pretty. Obviously, he didn't go to the sin bin like Preston did last week, but I do fear. I do fear about the charge and suspension tomorrow morning from the NRL judiciary. So I'm going to predict right now, before we get to the NRL judiciary tomorrow morning about the charges, I'm going to say Hopgood gets 2 weeks. I think Hopgood's going to get 2 weeks. I think it was bad. I think it definitely was a crusher tackle. He could have pulled out of it, but the way he went to the ground with Herbie Farmworth and the way it was positioned, yeah, not good. Not good at all. Yeah, so obviously disappointing for Hopgood. He'll probably get a week or 2. I reckon he'll get 2 weeks. That's my prediction anyway. If he gets off, then he gets off, but I don't think he will get off. I think he's in a bit of trouble there. Well, like I was saying before, guys, it wasn't a great game of footy tonight. It really wasn't. Last 10 minutes was quite exciting because Dylan Brown scored and it was back to a 4-point game with about 7 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go. And we had a bit of excitement towards the end of the game. But, yeah, I didn't enjoy the game. I thought it was boring. I thought it was scrappy. Both sides couldn't really attack. The Dolphins were really flat all game. The Dolphins didn't score a try for about 50 minutes. You had the Botstock try in the 11th minute, and then the next try didn't come to the 60th minute. So the try scores from tonight, you had Jack Bostock get 1, Connolly Lemu got 1, Herbie Farmworth got 1 for the Dolphins, and for the Eels, tries to Bailey Simonson, Matt Dury, and Dylan Brown. I'd love to know anyone that was on Matt Dury off the bench. I don't know how much money you would have won if you picked him to score a try tonight. But, yeah, scrappy old game. Just having a look at some stats here, guys. I don't even know the stats. So we got, for the Eels, Riley Smith had the most tackles, 57 tackles. For the Dolphins, it was Kulikefu Finifuiaki. He had 43 tackles. Addo Carr had 239 run meters, very good from him. The Hammer had 219. Addo Carr had 3 line breaks as well. Completion rates, Dolphins was actually 89%, which the more I think about it, I'm not that surprised because I think they were nearly 100% or 90% in the first half. And Parramatta's completion rate was 77%. Some other stats here that might interest a lot of people. So Parramatta had 10 errors. Dolphins had 6. The Eels had an 8-3 penalty count in their favour. They had a 3-1, 6 again count in their favour as well. Both teams used all interchanges. There was one HIA to Will Penasini. He did pass that and came back onto the field and looked fine. Eels had 7 line breaks to 5. Dolphins had more tackle breaks, 41 to 34. So solid stuff there as well. And the Dolphins had more run meters than Parramatta by about 100, really. So not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So look, the stats say it was a decent game, but just the way both sides would attack, like the Dolphins looked really lost in certain periods of the game where their attack was dreadful. Parramatta as well, they would get down there and they would make a stupid error or a decoy runner would get in the way or whatever. And just the attack from both teams tonight was ordinary. Wasn't a great game, like I said. Players who I thought were good. So we'll start with the losing side, Parramatta. I thought Iongi did some good things out there tonight for the Eels. Simonson was good until he went off injured. Penasini and Addo Carr were good for Parramatta. I thought Dylan Brown was outstanding for the Eels. He had a great game tonight. 173 run meters. Scored a nice try. Dylan Brown was very good. Moses was all right, but I think he winched out. he wins to the referee too much tonight, and his performance, he just didn't run the ball enough for me. He just kicked. He didn't run the ball enough. The one thing that Parramatta have been doing all year, the one thing that's been bad for Parramatta all year is their forward pack. Their starting forward pack's been horrendous. Jack Williams, I don't know what's going on there. Junior Paulo's not doing enough. The whole starting pack's really, really bad. Charlie Geimer in the back row, yuck. Katolga, besides the offload, which led to the Dylan Brown try, again, probably didn't do enough in this game. Hopgood. What the hell has happened to Jermaine Hopgood? Like, I know he's not getting as many minutes, but he has really fallen back. Like, he's fallen down. Like, if you're ranking the top 10 locks in the NRL, Jermaine Hopgood was probably around 6 or 7 at the start of the year. He'd be lucky to be in the top 10 at the moment. He is really, his form has really gone down. He's dropped off big time. I thought Parramatta's bench did some good things. I thought Dylan Walker was very good off the bench. Luca Moretti had some good carries. I think Parramatta should maybe look at starting Luca Moretti in the front row with Paulo, maybe. That could be an option for them. Jordan Samrani. I don't know a lot about him. I believe he's a centre, but he played all over the place tonight. I played a bit of back row, a little bit of centre as well. He had a good game. He was quite good. Obviously, Matt Dury was very good off the bench for the Eels as well. But, yeah, they had some good players, and they had some players who definitely had games to forget. And for the Dolphins, look, the Hammer. The stats will tell you the Hammer played well. 219 metres and all of that. But I feel like he's too in and out of the game. He needs to inject himself more into the game, I reckon, the Hammer. He does look a bit lazy at times. Look, I think he was all right tonight, but he needs to do a lot more, in my opinion, the Hammer. I thought Herbie Farmworth was outstanding. Always he's a game changer. He can open up a game when it's close, like he did tonight. Herbie Farmworth is a freak. And, gee, he's got some speed on him. He's quick. Asako and Bostock were very good. I thought defensively, Jake Avarillo did a great job in the centres. Nick Raymond was a little bit quiet, in my opinion. I thought Isaiah Katoa was good. He played well tonight. I was really impressed with the Dolphins forward pack tonight. I thought Francis Molo was very strong, 142 run meters in 40 minutes. Had a good game. I thought Felice Carfusi was very good, particularly in defense as well, doing a lot of the unnoticed stuff. Felice Carfusi, thought he was very good. And in my opinion, Carfusi probably wouldn't. He probably wouldn't be in my Queensland team, like if I was picking it. But tell you what, if he were to get picked, like off the bench, wouldn't be a bad move. Like he's got a lot of experience. I thought Curly Finifuliaki had some good runs again, a bit like the Hammer. Needs to inject himself more into the game. Connolly Lemmy was very strong off the bench when he come on the field. Gilbert, solid game. Probably could have played better, but did enough, I thought. Ray Stone was good. I thought Mark Nichols off the bench brought some very strong impact, and I thought Josh Kerr was quite good as well. But overall, good win for the Dolphins, 20-16. I mean, it wasn't convincing at all, to be honest, by the Dolphins. But if you can get a win in Sydney against Parramatta obviously beating Parramatta in Sydney right now isn't really anything to brag about. But for a team like the Dolphins, who had only won one game in Sydney up until tonight, it's a pretty gutsy win for them. It's a win that they needed to get, and they got it done in the end. So, fair enough. Fair enough to the Dolphins. Well played to the Dolphins. My player of the game, look, I'm going to give it to Herbie Farmworth. Herbie Farmworth, for me, was a handful all game. Looked good, looked dangerous, and he was fantastic for me. So, Herbie Farmworth, player of the game. Well done to the Dolphins on their second win in Sydney. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up from me tonight. Thanks for watching the review. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back tomorrow for the Friday night review. We're going to be reviewing Knights, Titans, and Rabbitohs and Broncos. So make sure you tune into that one tomorrow night. Like and subscribe. See you then.